It is time for the church to wake up and rise up and get in formation and speak up and lead our nation higher. Whatever my political party or my belief or my platform says I should be because I'm so-and-so, I'm this or I'm that, or I was born here or I grew up like this or whatever. All right, leave that one alone. I'll leave that one alone. I'm pointing to all of this to talk about the promise of a better country over there that we'll also get to see one day, but also the hope of a better country here and now, so that we can point to the hope of what happens when we invite God into our existence and invite the church to rise up and actually shape the nation that we're a part of. I said it to begin with, but there is no party platform that's going to result in revival. There's no elected candidate that's going to result in revival. We're part of a different kingdom. We got different values. And if you get your hope in an election or in a candidate, or you get your fear in an election or in a candidate, you'll be so derailed from your mission that you'll never accomplish what God put you here to accomplish. The world should be better because we're in it. The city of Houston should be better because you're here. The last 4 days, there's been a lot of airplanes flying overhead. In fact, I've heard some of them. If you don't know what's going on, don't worry. They're not coming for us, okay? The air show's coming on. The last 4 days at about 3 o'clock, the Blue Angels have been flying over the church. We'd all run outside to see them, look up. They're just magnificent, all right? Even if you don't really like America, you walk outside and see the Blue Angels in that tight formation like that, you think, man, this place is pretty cool. Today at 3 o'clock, again, they're the finale of the Wings Over Houston Air Show. They move as one. They are literally in formation. They are inches apart. Literally inches apart. Like you can't even drive down the freeway 6 feet from the car beside you without running into it. What you have to understand, though, is all of that showmanship is not just to entertain you. We're probably going to drive over there after lunch today and just see what we can see, because my little boy is crazy about airplanes. But while that's going on, there's thousands of social media posts going all over the world. This display of skill and strength and firepower. They were dropping bombs yesterday out there at Ellington. It was crazy, just huge plumes of smoke coming up. And then they're going to leave here and they're going to do it somewhere else next week and somewhere else the next week. All of that display, even though it's entertaining to us, ultimately, you know what it does? It serves as a deterrent to the rest of the world. It's a warning to enemies of freedom all over the world that these are not the people that we want to mess with. Our enemies are watching. And so today at 3 p.m. when they're the finale of the show and when they fly over in their signature diamond formation, inches apart, there is a message being broadcast to the world. Today is not the day. Today is not the day. We're putting on a show, but you don't want to mess with this team. Because with a moment's notice, America's fleet of more than 9,000 fighter jets can be anywhere on earth. And that posture of excellence and readiness that you see out there at Ellington today, when you just go, oh, look, how cool is that? That is the ultimate deterrence to an enemy that hates you and hates everything you stand for. But they realize we can't handle this. So it pushes them back and it holds them back for another season, for another year. Can I simply preach to you in closing this out that the modern church's posture of readiness is the only thing that can deter the advance of an enemy that is bent on destroying everything you value and hold dear? It is time for the church to wake up and rise up and get in formation and speak up and lead our nation higher. And we won't do it with carnal strength. We won't do it with natural ability or resources. The weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but they are mighty through God. It's Him. It's Christ in you, the hope of glory. It's Him. It's just Him. It's just Him. It's getting back to the cross. It's getting back to the hope of glory. It's getting back to the grace of God and realizing that those should be the native words on our tongue. Not issues and policies and personalities. No. First, the culture of Christ. First, the culture of the cross. I want you to stand with me right now, if you will. First, the culture of cross. We have no hope unless He steps in. We have no hope unless we go out as a testament to how good and great our God is. And so you know what? There is no election, there is no candidate, there is no platform that will ever solve what this nation needs. What this nation needs right now is gathered in rooms like this all over America right now, singing praises to our great God, praying together, elevating His word. What they need is you. You're the answer for every bit of chaos in the world. The book of Revelation talks about the end of days. We begin with a scriptural retrospective of characters all the way back to the beginning and how they walked in faith. But you get to the end and John has seen the throne in heaven. But the story is locked up in a sealed scroll. Nobody can know what the future holds. All that stuff that we read in Revelation that details the future, all the scary stuff, it's all locked up. And nobody can see the future. Revelation 5 verse 1. Then I saw in the right hand of Him who sat on the throne a scroll with writing on both sides, sealed with 7 seals. And I saw a mighty angel proclaiming in a loud voice, who is worthy to break the seals and open the scroll? Who's going to tell us what's going to happen next? But no one in heaven or on earth or under the earth could open the scroll or even look inside it. I wept and I wept because no one was found who was worthy to open the scroll or look inside. But one of the elders said to me, do not weep. See, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the Root of David, has triumphed. He is able to open the scroll and its 7 seals. Then I saw a lamb looking as if it had been slain, standing at the center of the throne, encircled by the 4 living creatures and the elders. He went and took the scroll from the right hand of Him who sat on the throne. And when He had taken it, the 4 living creatures and the 24 elders fell down before the Lamb. Each one had a harp, and they were holding golden bowls of incense, which are the prayers of God's people. And they sang a new song, saying, you are worthy to take the scroll and to open its seals, because you were slain. And with your blood you purchased for God persons from every tribe and language and people and nation. You have made them to be a kingdom and priests to serve our God, and they will reign on the earth. Now we don't talk about all of that very much. We don't deep dive into the book of Revelation. We don't scare people with prophecy very often. But in that story is the reality that there's a promised trajectory of the world, of the nations of the world, of everything that's going to happen. It's already been prescribed on a scroll and written down, but it's sealed up, and the only one who has access to it is the Lamb slain from the foundations of the world. So ultimately, my sermon to you, A Better Country, good luck doing it without the Lamb. Good luck making it one move forward from this moment. Good luck ever stepping out of chaos and confusion without saying, you know what? We got to get our hearts back where they belong. We got to become citizens of the kingdom of heaven first, and then everything else flows out of that. We're going to end today a little bit different, and I'm just going to ask you, if you will, to just